Hi, everybody. Hope everyone's doing well. I just want to come on today and do a video on how I approach an evidential mediumship reading. I was asked to do this video a few times, so just want to get it tracked down. I will start by saying that I do believe that everyone's relationship with the spirit world is unique to them. How I experience spirit is different than you experience spirit. And how I approach spirit communication is individual. It's an individual thing. I do believe there are some common denominators. I do believe, and I'll talk about this, to sit in your power, to build your power, to blend, to link, all of these things. I think that's pretty standard, but how you get there and what you do with it is unique to you. So don't let anyone tell you, perhaps well-meaning teachers or mentors, that if you don't do it their way, it's not the right way. At the end of the day, it's all about providing healing, delivering a cohesive and understandable message for your sitter. But how you do it is unique to you. So learn the foundation, get the mechanics of mediumship under your belt, and then allow spirit to develop you. And I do feel like that's the best school that we have. Okay, so I believe that everything in the physical and the spiritual realm work on vibration and frequency. When we're talking about the spirit realm, they are on a higher vibration and frequency than we are. So for a reading or anything they do through us and with us, they have to bring their vibration down a bit, and we need to bring our vibration up. If we can do this, we can meet somewhere in the middle, or at least get closer to them and make their job a bit easier, meaning the evidence will be better, the counsel will be better, the guidance will be better. Anything that they're doing with us and through us will just be stronger because we're getting closer to them as they get closer to us. What brings up vibration? Love, compassion, tolerance for all people, knowing that love, compassion, tolerance, that's the point of being alive. And we're here to really help each other. So just keeping that in mind and just being grateful for your life and grateful for your path, that you have been shown this spiritual path and you're moving forward in your development, and how great it is and how cool it is, to be honest, that we can do this, and how it really does feel good to help people, to be of service. To be of service is the point of any sort of spirit work, I believe. So one of the things you can do to raise your vibration in the physical realm: high vibrational music before the reading, put on some disco, put on some hard rock, whatever floats your boat, to bring it up, up, to make yourself happy. Dance around like an idiot in your house. It doesn't matter. Whatever you need to do to make yourself happy and bring your vibration up. Go outside if you live in nature or near a park. Being around trees in the forest, around animals, all of this helps your vibration. So it's very important that whatever you need to do to raise your vibration and your frequency, to do before you do a reading. It just helps because you're up, and then they can kind of come down and you can meet, and it just makes everyone's job easier. Remember the intention. What's the intention of an evidential mediumship reading? To be of service, to provide love, to help heal your sitter. It always should be purposeful. There has to be a reason why the spirit communicator, which is the spirit contact that is working through you, why they're coming, what they're saying. And at the end of that reading, that sitter that you have worked with feels uplifted and feels better than they felt when they came into the reading 45 minutes or an hour before. That's the point, is to help. Anything that invokes fear or concern for their loved one in spirit, I don't think any of that comes from the spirit world. It comes from the medium. So I've heard nightmare stories, as I'm sure you have, of evidence or messages being delivered from spirit that make the sitter uncomfortable and fearful, that, oh my God, my father in spirit is angry at me. And they're not going to do that. They come with love. They want to help you. They might want to maybe move you and get you on the correct path, but they're not going to do it with fear. They're going to do it with encouragement and love. That's the point. Okay. So remember, please, and this also, I believe this helps your vibration. What you're doing, it's sacred. You need to enter into any sort of spirit work with a sense of reverence. It's holy, it's divine. We hold in our hands the well-being of that sitter. You can either make their lives better or you can seriously damage them. Okay, so it's a serious thing. It's not a game. It's not a parlor trick. It's not something to do at parties just for fun. It's a serious, I mean, you definitely have mediums doing parties, but they're coming. It's a mediumship party, so they're all coming to get readings. So that's a bit different. But I mean, like going and having a few drinks and just saying, "Oh, let me bring through your loved ones." I personally don't think mixing alcohol or any sort of substances helps readings, and that actually brings your vibration down. And it's just not a good. It's not respectful. So do what you want. I'm certainly not a prude, but after your readings, knock back a few drinks, whatever, light something up. I don't really care. But when you're working with spirit, you should approach it in a respectful manner, I feel, and definitely with a sense of reverence. Okay, so once I do all that and I understand the vibrational part of my job, which is to go up, you sit in the power, and it also actually helps your vibration, your frequency. You're building your power. You're understanding that you, at the end of the day, are a spirit being having a physical experience. That's what we're doing here. So, but my true essence is my spirit that kind of walks around in this meat body for whatever, 70, 80, 90 years, I guess, if you're lucky. But I'm not of the body. I'm in the body. So move closer to your spirit, become aware of your spirit, understand that it's spirit to spirit communication. Anything you do with the spirit world really doesn't move through anything physical. It does work a bit with my mind, but it's really a spirit to spirit thing. So move closer to your spirit, build your light, build your power, honor your spirit, love your spirit, be grateful for your spirit, because that's your compass. And I do believe that the physical body, that's the temple of the spirit. And that's how our spirits express themselves here in the matter world for as long as we're here. Build your power. Let it build. Feel the many different ways to sit in your power, but like a bubble of light. Build this bubble of light that emanates from within, filling your entire physical form, moving out of your physical body, out of your energy, out of your aura, into the room, into the world, into the solar system, into the galaxy, the universe, bigger, brighter. Really build this light, and then you connect to the creator, to the light, to God, whatever you wish, whatever your belief systems are. But it's sort of like taking your plug and sticking it into the socket of God, of the creator. I do believe that there is an assumption I believe that we also have to have with mediumship or any sort of spirit work, that there is a superior being sort of in all life that connects all of us, spiritual and physical. And this superior being is God, the great spirit, the great white spirit, light, the universe, whatever you wish. It doesn't matter. I'm not shoving the concept of God into anybody, but relax, build this power. Nothing can touch you if your power is built. Nothing in the physical world can touch your spirit anyway. You will leave this physical world unscathed, regardless of what you're going through in your life. Your spirit remains whole, intact, and alive. When you leave here, your spirit cannot die. Okay, so it just changes form. It's energy. Build it. Become stronger. Feel yourself, feel this power being siphoned to you from the planet, from the solar system, from the galaxy, from the universe, from God. That just, it tops up your power. That's really what sitting in the power is. It's nothing to do with connecting to your guides, with connecting with the spirit realm. It's you and the creator and all the energy around you that is available to us. Okay, so your power is built, you understand the vibration, your vibration's up, you get that this is a sacred and divine duty that we have. It's a divine calling, I feel. It's not really a career. Then you have your sitter in front of you. Okay. So the sitter is an important part of a reading, obviously, because you need a sitter. But what I try to do is then I will energetically link, not psychically, but energetically link to the sitter, and I really send them love. I give them compassion. I don't have to like them, but I have to love them. And that sounds rather harsh, but I don't mean it to sound harsh. Mediumship is a calling of love. It's a duty of love. I'm not too concerned about how they are as people, but I have to love them as a fellow human being. This is my brother. This is my sister. Okay. So I'm connecting with them with love. I'm connecting with the purpose. Like I mentioned before, what is the purpose? The purpose is to help them. The purpose is to allow the spirit realm to work through me to help heal them, to help heal their grief, to give them answers, to give them evidence of survival of so-called death from their loved ones. That's the point. The point is to be of service, as I've said, and I will always repeat this until my last breath, and probably I'll haunt you with that after I've passed and in the spirit realm. But the sitter, I'm linked to them energetically, connecting with them with love, compassion, with the intention of wanting to help them, to be of service to them, to all humanity, and to the spirit realm. And then I will definitely try to relax them. I'll talk to them for a few minutes. Have you had a mediumship reading before? Great. Yes. Perfect. Okay, but let me explain how I work, because like I said in the beginning of it, we're all different. But as I'm speaking with them, I'm looking at them. I'm looking in their eyes. I'm relaxing them. I'm smiling. I'm engaged with them. Be happy, not annoyingly happy, but just be open, be friendly, because you will then relax your sitter. It's to my best interest, and definitely to the best interest of the spirit realm, that the sitter is relaxed and open and they're excited as well. And then I explain to them what I need from them. Because yes, the spirit realm is in complete control of everything we do with mediumship. But as the medium, I have to sort of drive that car. I have to be the captain of that boat for that session. So I have to explain to the sitter what I need. Be opened, be willing to accept whoever comes through. It's not a phone. Okay, I can't control who comes through ever. But be happy. I'll explain to them it's a reunion. The spirit world is excited. I can feel their energy building, which I do. I'll talk about that in a second when we get to the spirit communicator part. But more importantly, I need to explain to them what I need from them. And I need to say, all I need from you is to remain open, to remain relaxed. I need a yes, I need a no, I need a I don't know, or I'm not sure. Sometimes evidence has to be checked with other loved ones in their family, and that's fine. But don't feed me. Don't start saying, "Oh, that sounds like my grandmother Edna. Edna, when she passed of cancer." Don't give me too much information. Don't speak with me much outside of what I need, which is a yes and no. I don't know. I'm not sure, or I need more. Okay, because the more they start engaging with me, once I'm working with the spirit realm, it can throw me out of my link, of my blend. So don't really speak with me too much. Just give me what I need and let me just move my awareness into the spirit realm, which I'll get to in a minute. But it's important that you just sort of define these parameters for what you need from them. I don't want them speaking to me too much. I need to get what I need to do my job. Afterwards, I definitely will allow 10 minutes if they want to chat with me. But during the reading, I don't want that, because it activates my mind, which is I don't want my mind activated during a reading. In a way, I do think the conscious mind is the enemy to mediumship. Okay, so as I'm doing this, and they know what they need to do, and they're getting ready, what I'm also trying to do to myself is any worry, any stress, any fear, any anxiety with the mediumship reading or not. Maybe my last reading wasn't so good, and I'm like, oh God, I hope this one is not bad. all of these things like fear and anxiety, um, uh, uh, things that are worrying me in my life, stress, all that stuff. I try to let that start to drain away. I try to create this clear channel out of myself and vessel for the spirit world to work through. I try to really move myself away. And as I'm doing this, I'm calming my mind. You can never completely quiet or still your mind, but you can calm your mind, because I do feel when the reading starts and the blending begins that the spirit world is using my subconscious. And it's sort of like the mirror of the mind in a way. You've heard that saying before, but all my thoughts, my own thoughts, and my emotions, and my worries, and my fears, not only do they create a barrier, I feel like a fog around me that it makes it harder for the spirit world to get through, but it also kind of fogs this mirror of my mind. So I want to keep that as clear as I possibly can so they can start impressing on the mirror of my mind evidence, and however they want to do that, and however I'm going to understand it. But I'm moving myself out of the way, because listen, I'm sure you're all charming and beautiful and lovely, but that sitter's not coming to you to speak to you as a person. They're coming to you because you're a channel, you're a vessel for the spirit realm to work through. So I don't want to bring myself into that reading in terms of me as a human. So I'm trying really to allow all of these thoughts, all of these emotions, my own thoughts and emotions, to start to drain away, and then the spirit realm can use me in the way that I want them to, which is really just like it's like a radio that I have to find the right, I have to tune myself in, and they can tune me as well and fine tune me. But I want to just be a clear conduit for them to work through. Okay, so that's all good, and I'm relaxed. My mind is quiet, and hopefully my mind is clearer. Sitter knows what I need from them. They're open, they're excited. My vibration is up. And usually by then I can start to feel the spirit world around me, and I can feel them coming. So I just allow them to come. And for me, I feel spirit coming on the right side. I don't know why. I'm right-handed. I'm not sure if there's a correlation there or not, but that's me. Some people feel it on the left side. Some people feel it in front of them, behind them, above them, below them, or not at all. Or from something happens within them. They might begin to have a quickening of their heart or their breathing. It's all unique. So just allow yourself to figure out what your tell is for spirit approaching, to work with you. That's for you to discover, but allow it to begin, allow them to start coming, and then you're going to link with them. And linking is really, I can equate to like, um, if you're at a party and it's quite loud and the music loud and people are chatting around you, and there's someone sitting in front of you speaking, and you have to really concentrate on what they're saying because there's so much distraction around you. So you really have to move your concentration directly to them. That's kind of how I think linking is. Just really concentrating on this energy as it builds, right? And just allow your concentration to really move to the spirit communicator. So let's just say you're the sitter, and the spirit communicator is this beautiful spirit person who now is one of your loved ones, one of your friends. Let's say it's a father. So I allow there's this feeling of this approaching spirit person to keep moving closer to me. I move my full concentration to them, and then I really invite them in. Blend with me. Blend with me, friend. Come closer. Come closer. And I really will say to them, help me help you. Use me. Use me as a door. Use me as a bridge. Whatever you choose to think the medium is, like a bridge, like a door between the two realms, a curtain, I don't know, a veil, lift the veil, whatever. But it's sort of like, just use me, blend with me, come closer. So, and then there's a feeling that sort of reminds me of like, if I'm sitting in a chair and someone that I know quite well enters the room from behind me, and I'm not really physically aware of them, but when you can feel someone behind you, just not in the physical body, but something, someone's there. And sometimes if you're sensitive enough, And that's what I feel blending is. It's a sensitivity that you're building. You actually can tell who it is just by the energy. So that's how I feel blending is. It's my sensitivity to them, and I'm allowing my sensitivity to them to build as they come closer. And as my sensitivity and my awareness become aware of them, I move closer to them and they move closer to me. I blend with them. It's a partnership I'm creating. It's a relationship that I'm forging. Blend with them. Come closer. Come closer, friend. And then they start to use the mirror of my mind. Hopefully, it's still quite clear. Perhaps in the mirror of my mind, they might show me, if they're using my clairvoyance, an image of my father flashing in front of my eyes. It doesn't mean my father's coming, but that's how they're referencing that this is a father figure stepping forward. Okay, so right away, I know it's a gentleman and I know it's a father figure, right? So what I like to do with the sitter is try to get the gender and the relationship as quick as I can, because then I have them, and then they're not in their minds like, oh, wait a minute, who's that? It's a man, it's a father-like figure, it's a uncle, I'm like, oh yes, okay, my father's in spirit. But that's where with the sitter, it's important that they remember what they need to do for me. Yes, my father's in spirit. Yes, he whatever they start sort of impressing through me, maybe his personality. He was a quiet man. He was a joyful man. Maybe they'll bring through through my clairaudience, through the mirror of my mind. They'll start referencing certain sorts of music. Yes, he loved Frank Sinatra, whatever. So I need to start giving this information. So if I know the father, if they've confirmed with me, because they have to confirm, this is what I need the sitter for. I'm giving the statement. I have a father figure here. I have a father here. Your father in spirit. Okay. Statement to, where's my hand? To the sitter. Yes, my father's in spirit. That statement now becomes a fact. Okay. And now, so I know this spirit person here, I want to try to give them a home base, and I want to try to give them an identity as quick as possible, because that helps me. This is not just an ambiguous mist behind me. This is a real person. This is the father of my sitter. So I want to create this identity, give them this identity as quick as I can, because that helps me. So now I have father here. So this is my home base, but this is father, right? So I, at some point with the sitter, I can hear them and I want to get their yeses, their nos, so I don't know, I need more information. But then I tend not to want to look directly in their eyes anymore. Don't close your eyes. I don't think closing your eyes is ever a good thing for evidential readings, because the energy just goes boom. The energy just falls because the sitter kind of doesn't know where to look. What I try to do is I want to keep my eyes open. This is how I'm trained. And this is how I really try to work with people, not to close their eyes, because it's psychological too. The energy just falls, I feel. So you see all these pictures behind me? I just tend to find something behind the sitter, whether it's online or in person, something that will hold my vision, will hold my eyes. So I'll look either at that, the old plaster Jesus Christ head here, or at a picture on the wall. And if I'm online, it's actually quite perfect, or at their hairline, because it looks like I'm looking at them. So I'm maintaining this connection, but I'm not looking in their eyes. The reason I say that is like, look, we're all sensitive. We all understand the energy of a person. I can be talking to you, I could be giving you a reading, and I can just tell by looking in your eyes. Perhaps your face is kind of expressionless, but I can tell just by looking in your eyes if I'm on the right track or not. And then it doesn't become mediumship. It becomes it's just my intuition. It's not a guessing game so much, but I can tell if I'm on the right track, and I want to keep my awareness on the spirit realm, because at the end of the day, though I love my sitters, I'm grateful for every sitter that I have, I don't work for the sitter, I work for the spirit realm. So I want to keep my awareness, sensitivity, and concentration on them. Be there for the sitter, of course, and get what you need from them, but I don't want them speaking to me too much, and I don't want to really engage with them too much, because if I engage with them too much, I engage my mind. And the mind, I don't think, has any place in this at all. Okay. So what I try to do with the evidence, like I said, with the mirror of the mind, they can bring information through in terms of sounds for clairaudience, in seeing things that you view for your clairvoyance, feeling for your clairsentience, claircognizance, where information might just drop in, smelling, tasting, all these things. There are actually many clairs, but I want to just allow this information to flow. So it's really, like I said before, it's like a swing for me. They get a piece, I deliver it, it's confirmed. Hopefully, I go back, get another piece, go back, other piece, other piece. Now, if I get a piece of information, I don't know why, but your father's showing me, I don't know, a duck with a cigar, and the sitter's like, I can't take that. What you cannot do with a no is you cannot allow that no to shake you. You can't allow it to start to, oh my God, oh no, I got to know. Because right away you're out of the link, you're out of the blend, and then it's really hard to recover from that. But it's okay. It's something you're not getting. You're not going to get every piece of evidence. Okay. You're not going to get everything right. That's fine. That's a given. You need to accept that. But usually, if I'm feeling something or seeing something or hearing something, or I tend to know something and the sitter can't take it, I have to put the blame on myself. Not the blame that I'm doing badly, but okay, I'm not getting something. Okay, come on, do it, get it. You have to get this piece. I will literally take that, what did I say? A duck with a cigar, and hand it back on the swing. I'll send the swing back with this piece on it. And somewhere in my mind, really quick, I'll be like, help me. I'm not getting something. Or just if I feel like my blend is the blend with the spirit communicator, the father here, is starting to weaken, or my link is starting to degrade a bit, or my power is starting to fade a bit, I have to bring everything back up. I have to bring my power back up. I have to reestablish my link. I have to check the blend, all of these things. But this starts to happen instantaneously after a while. You can do that really fast, okay? But what you shouldn't do, I'll come back to the duck with a cigar, but what you shouldn't do is, if you feel the spirit communicator, oh, they're getting quieter, they're moving away, I think that's you. I think it's the link is starting to suffer, the blend isn't as good as it should be, and your power is starting to go down. Just don't stop and close your eyes and say, okay, because if it gets too quiet, see, the energy starts to go down, right? So usually what I do, I've said this a lot before in the classes or people that I work with, I always have something to drink when you're working with spirit. It's dehydrating. But you say, oh, hold on a second. So as I'm taking a drink, whether you're actually drinking or not, it doesn't matter. It's something active. You're staying active. You're not going passive. I'm reestablishing my power. I'm checking my link. I'm building the blend. So I'm getting back into it. So hand the stuck with a cigar back to the father, the spirit communicator on the swing, and just help me. I'm not getting something. And they will change it into something else. It might have nothing to do with the cigar, it might have nothing to do with the duck, but then it'll come back, they'll send it back to me, and then I'll understand, oh, actually, they're showing me a small dog. It was a small dog, like a Yorkie size, and they'll be like, oh yeah, I understand that. Yeah, we had a Yorkie growing up. Okay, so then I got it. But that's what you want to keep doing. It's this constant, like, yes, got it. Yes, next piece, next, next. Father, always keep the personality and the identity to give him a purpose, to give him, you know, a name in respect of the person, of the relationship. So you want to keep doing that. Okay, so I said names, so I'll talk about names in a second. But you just always remember, this is the father here, right? That you want to give him this home base. Keep going back to him. Okay, what's next? What's next? Keep going. Let the evidence keep coming. If you get a few pieces that are no, don't let it throw you off. That's how you learn. You can't learn from a yes, you learn from a no. But be brave with your evidence. Be brave with what you're giving. Give what you get. The only way to learn is to give what you get, and then try to figure out later why you're not understanding it. Names. Okay. So a lot of people talk about names, and I've spoken about this a few times, but I feel it's worth repeating. Names are great. Names are great because if you can give a name, even an initial, to that sitter that is correct, you have that sitter, you have them, and then you have their full attention, right? But a lot of people will say, and I think you could do this with any pieces, any type of evidence. Don't say I'm not good at names. I never get names. Don't say my clairvoyance is not good. Don't say I don't hear. Don't say I don't feel. Don't say I don't know. Whatever. Don't say that. Try. Okay. So if the spirit realm is trying to impress a name through you, but they know that he's not going to try. He doesn't trust himself. He's not even going to give a name because he says he always gets names wrong. They're going to stop trying because I do believe that they have to really conserve their energy. So they're only going to use it in a way that they know is helpful and will help the sitter, because that's the point. So just if you feel the spirit world trying to impress a name with through you, just give it. Even if it's wrong, it doesn't matter. You'll get better, but at least they understand. At least he has the courage and he's brave enough and bold enough to try to give a name because he understands we're trying to give him a name. And then they have to go and change things and readjust things the way we have to. And then they'll figure it out, because I do feel at the end of the day, though this father is here, once the reading is done, I don't think they just dissipate and go back into nothingness. I think they go back to the spirit realm and they're talking to their friends the way you're talking to yours, and then the way the sitter is talking to theirs after the reading. How it go? Was it good? Did you get some good information? Did you get good evidence? They're talking to their friends in spirit as well, and they're saying, "How was that guy Joseph there in Germany? That American sitting in Germany? How was he as a medium?" And they'll say, "Oh, he was good, but he didn't get the name, but he understood we're trying to give him a name. So we all have to try to help him. Everyone should try to, the next reading, the next session that's planned with him, whoever the loved one is, keep trying to get a name through, and he'll get it, and we can help him." They all talk to each other. They know my strengths. They know my weaknesses. They know what I need to work on, and they will continue my development. They will continue to try to help me because it's to their best interest that I'm the best channel and vessel that they possibly can get to help all of their loved ones. In my mind, when I'm doing a reading, obviously at the sitter, obviously I have the spirit communicator, and usually I can feel two or three others behind them, because a good reading is like two or three spirit contacts for about a 45-minute session. I do believe 45 minutes is plenty for a mediumship reading. I usually schedule an hour, but the first few minutes, like I said, is about trying to calm the sitter, telling them what I need, and maybe the last 5 minutes, just chatting with them about if they're interested in how the spirit world works, or how mediumship works, or things like that. But I think 45 minutes is really good, like 15 minutes of contact, and they get three contacts. So I can feel a few spirit contacts, the father, like we brought through before, and maybe there's the grandmother, maybe there's a friend or whatever. But I can feel a few, but then I also can feel all around me a lot of spirit people. Sometimes they're my guides, and my guides will step in sometimes, and help me if I make a mess of it, because it's usually me making a mess of it. It's nothing to do with the spirit world tricking me, or trying to, or making a big mess of the reading. It's always going to be on me. So my guide will always kind of be watching to clean stuff up if I need, if I've dropped everything. They will help me then sort of control it and bring the order back to it. But I can feel the guides, and I can just feel a lot of people in spirit, maybe not even loved ones for the sitter or friends of the sitter. And I don't even know if they're loved ones of mine, but just listening, because they're interested. They're all interested. I believe anytime we talk about the spirit world or do anything with mediumship, you have a lot of spirit people around you just watching and interested. Okay, so be aware of that, and just let the evidence move through you, and just know you're not alone. You're not out there on a ledge by yourself. You have the spirit communicator, which will do their best to help you in any way they possibly can. You have all these other spirit people around you that I do believe they can help you with your power. They can help you relax yourself. You have your guide who will always help you, always. But you have to be open for that help, and you have to be open to feeling them and allowing your sensitivity to move towards them. So by the end of the reading, like I said, about 20 minutes, I guess, for a spirit contact, People always say, well, I have to give a message. What's the message? If there's a message, give it for sure. But a lot of times that whole reading was the message. Maybe the message was, I'm alive. I love you. My love for you will never fail. That spirit communicator just wants you, the sitter, to have the best life that you possibly can. And a lot of times knowing just the knowledge that your spirit can never die and life goes on, it's life changing. It's life changing. That changed my life. Doing mediumship, I find it the greatest passion in my life. And I'm so grateful that it found me. But the knowledge of knowing that my spirit, my essence, cannot die and I will go on has changed my entire outlook to life. I have more fun. I'm not as stressed. I don't take things so personally. Um, I don't allow, because life is about, physical life is always going to be, there's always going to be stressful times and dramas and things like that. But it really taught me that whatever happens, my spirit will leave this physical world unscathed and whole and healthy. But allow this, if there's a message, perhaps that's the message, but just give the message. Maybe like just your father did a great job and he wants you to know he's always around you. Maybe he's talking about um you know for you to be happier, for you not to hold on to the grief, and to just live and to love. Please remember that no one's life is perfect, because so the spirit communicator, they might come through with regret or things left unsaid. That's normal. It's a life, but all of it should provide healing and help for the sitter, and they should feel uplifted, right? But after when that's done, I just want to hand the reading over to them. It's like, your father did a great job. He's always around you. The love for him, the love that he has for you, I feel moving through me. Maybe there's gratitude. Maybe the sitter helped their father later in life and help them pass. That all of this gratitude, this love, perhaps regret, like I said, it's humans aren't perfect. It's not always, no relationship is a fairy tale. But but at the end of it, you just want to hand it to them, tie it in a nice bow and hand it to them. And when the reading's done, and this is something that I actually learned from Mavis Patilla, what I've learned to do is, I've learned after the reading's done, the Zoom call's over, or if it's in person, the sitter leaves, is I just want to take about 10 minutes and go back to the spirit world and say, how was that? How did we do? How did I do? How can I be better? And they will tell you, you will feel what you could do better. They will show you how you can improve. And that's the point. I'm only as good as my last reading. So just go back and sit with them and just thank them. Thank you for doing a good job. Thank you. And feel their gratitude and feel their love. They have gratitude for you. And feel their joy. They worked, and I mentioned this in another video I did recently, they worked it out a long time ago that I was the right medium for their loved one who I just worked with. They did this. I don't know if it was days in advance, weeks, months, years, I don't know. But feel their happiness, feel their gratitude, feel their joy, and know that your next reading will be better. It's so important to understand the power of the thought, the power of the mind, the power of thoughts. I am a medium. My ability to bring through spirit wisdom, guidance, and evidence is growing stronger every day. Be positive about your mediumship. Be positive about your development. Can you be better? Yes, of course. You can always be better. No one's perfect. But be positive about where you are now and be positive about where you want to go. My ability to see spirit is building every day. My ability to hear spirit is improving with every reading I do. My ability to feel spirit is building. Be positive about, it's like an affirmation, but not saying I don't see, I don't feel, I don't get names, I don't get this, but just let yourself be positive about your mediumship and development, and it would really help. Okay, thank you very much. Sorry, I forgot to turn my email off. It dinged at the very end. That's fine. Saved by the bell. Thank you very much. Hope this resonates with a few people, and I will see you all soon. Have a good day. Bye.